Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're cooking something very Swedish. We're cooking cod with horseradish and some dill and some brown butter and some potatoes. Very basic dish, really delicious and easy. But before we have a look at the ingredients, do me the favor, if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button. Check the bell icon so that you get notifications when new episodes come online. Let's have a look. We have a beautiful piece of cod. I will portion this into 3 pieces today. As you know, there's 3 in my family. I have some potatoes. There's 1 without potatoes, so 2 portions for potatoes. We have some horseradish. We're going to grate that fresh just when we plate it. We have butter. We're not going to use all the butter. And we have dill. And except for that, all you need is a bit of salt and pepper to season the fish when you fry it. Well, let's start off with the prep. We can start with portioning the fish. And to be honest, there's not much to it when portioning fish. This part towards the tail is a bit thinner. So we'll take a bit of a bigger piece there. And then this will cut like that. Now they will be more or less the same size in terms of weight. We'll put that in the fridge until we're ready. We've got some other kind of prep to do. I have to peel the potatoes and chop the dill. I'm not going to show you that because you know how to peel potatoes and you know how to chop dill. So the next thing we'll see is at the stove. So for the melted butter, I would say we need a good about 100 grams. And now we want this kind of nutty butter, so we need it to go brown but not burn. You can probably hear the potatoes boiling in the background. I don't need to show you how to boil potatoes. So now you kind of need to stand next to it so that it doesn't burn. What you also want to try to do is skim off this kind of foamy stuff. Now you can see we skimmed off basically all of this stuff here that you can see in the background. You can see it's starting to get kind of a nutty brown color. We want it a bit more, and if you smell it, it will also smell nutty. But this is perfect. So we take that off the heat or put it down to very low just to keep warm. And we're melting about 2 tablespoons of butter to fry the fish in. When we're done with the fish, we salted and peppered it on one side. And we'll salt and pepper the other side once it's in the pan. And as always, the trick is when the butter goes quiet, you can put in the fish. So it's pretty much quiet. Now we can pepper and salt these sides as well. Now the thinner one here will cook a bit faster. So we turn that one first. Nice golden brown color. And you can see this part here, you see that it's still kind of glassy. You want that to go white, and just as it goes white, you take it off and it's done. I will take this one off now because it's a bit thinner than the others. And this one is ready too. Yeah, that should be good. Now the last thing we need to do is mash up our potatoes, but very roughly. That's enough. We add some of our brown butter to it. And we add our chopped dill. Then I picked some dill as well to kind of decorate. And now we just mix this together. Salt a little bit. Give it a quick taste. Perfect. We're ready to plate. So we'll start the plating with our potatoes. Just like a little bed in the middle. That's plenty. Next up is our fish. Just goes on top like that. And now for the horseradish. So you see I peeled it at the top, and I would just grate that over. This is something I love, especially mixed with butter like that. And horseradish like we have here, Switzerland or Europe in general, is not at all as strong as like wasabi, so you can use quite a lot of it. And last but not least, our butter. Like that. And a twig of dill. Now doesn't that look great? So simple, easy to make, and it's going to taste amazing. Let's give it a try. Make sure we get a little bit of everything. You see how nice the cod kind of flakes? That's the sign of a well-cooked fish. It's a perfect combination. It's home. The kind of stinginess of the horseradish, the nuttiness of the butter, the freshness of the fish and the dill, and the butter mixed with the potato makes a really nice kind of perverse combination. Excuse me. It was so good I got carried away. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of back to my West Coast, Swedish West Coast roots with cod and horseradish and butter and potatoes. I, for one, did definitely enjoy it. But before we go, as always, if you haven't done so yet, please click the subscribe button, check the little bell icon so that you get notifications when new episodes are online. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.